After refusing to help with my medical bills, my parents demanded I cover my brother's $20,000 honeymoon. Growing up, I was always the problem child, while my brother Damon was the golden boy. When I got diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disease at 22, I called my parents crying. The treatment would cost $15,000 upfront. The favoritism started early. Damon got brand new everything: clothes, electronics, even his own car at 16. I got hand-me-downs and was told to be grateful for what you have. When Damon failed his driving test 3 times, Dad paid for professional lessons. When I asked for help with college applications, they said I should figure it out myself. Damon was their miracle baby, born after years of trying. I was the oops that came 2 years later when they thought they were done having kids. They never said it directly, but you could feel it in every interaction. Damon's soccer games were family events with homemade signs and team snacks. My track meets? We'll try to make it if we're not busy. In high school, Damon crashed Dad's truck into a neighbor's fence while drunk. My parents paid for damages, got him a lawyer, and grounded him for exactly 1 week. When I got caught with a single beer at a party, I was banned from seeing friends for 3 months and had to get a job to learn responsibility. College was the same story. They paid Damon's full tuition to a private university, bought him a meal plan, even gave him spending money. When I got accepted to state school with partial scholarships, they told me the rest was my responsibility. I worked nights at a diner, lived on ramen, and graduated with $40,000 in debt while Damon partied through 4 years debt-free. After college, I moved across the country for work. Damon stayed local, living in their basement until he was 25. They never complained, just said he was finding himself. When I visited for holidays, they'd spend dinner talking about Damon's latest girlfriend or his job prospects, while I sat there invisible. The disease hit me like a truck. One day I was fine, the next I could barely get out of bed. Doctors ran test after test before finally diagnosing the autoimmune condition. The specialist was clear. Without immediate treatment, my organs would start shutting down within months. I called home sobbing, explaining the diagnosis and the cost. There was silence on the other end. "We can't afford it," Dad said flatly. "You'll figure something out." "But you just bought Damon a new car for graduation," I said, my voice breaking. "That's different. That was planned. This is unexpected." Mom chimed in. "Maybe there are payment plans or charity programs? You're smart. You'll find a way." Meanwhile, they'd just bought Damon a brand new Toyota Camry because his old Honda had 100,000 miles on it. Not broken, just high mileage. The car cost $18,000. I worked 3 jobs while getting sicker every day. I sold my furniture, my grandmother's jewelry, even my laptop. Ate nothing but crackers and peanut butter for weeks. My coworker started a GoFundMe that raised $3,000. I scraped together every penny from credit cards, personal loans, and side gigs. The treatment was brutal. Chemo-like drugs that made me vomit for hours. I lost 30 pounds and most of my hair. I almost died twice during treatment. Once from the disease, once from the medication reaction. My parents never even visited the hospital. Damon sent one text: "Hope you feel better soon." But slowly, painfully, I got better. The treatment worked. I went back to work, got promoted to senior developer, and finally started making decent money. I bought a small house, rebuilt my savings, and felt human again. Fast forward 2 years. I'm finally healthy and working as a software engineer, making decent money. My phone rings. "Honey, we need to talk," Mom says sweetly. "Damon's getting married, and we promised to pay for their honeymoon to Europe. It's $20,000 and we're a bit short." I laughed. Actually laughed. "Remember when I almost died and you said you couldn't afford to help? Now you want $20,000 for a vacation? That's different. This is family tradition." "You're right, it is different. This time I can afford to help, and I'm choosing not to." Damon ended up honeymooning at a local lake house.